Yeah, you guys will meet him at some point.
You can't. No.
He's a
I
permanent
can't
NPC.
decide for
He's
you.
a
You
low
as a
fun.
player have to...
What menu do you want, love?
I just tossed a frog out there. We're just gonna call it a goblin.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's
That's
goblin
all
size.
I want.
He's a froblin.
I'll take whatever this is.
Perfect.
Perfect. Let's see. Elf fighter looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna pretend it's a human fighter for right now.
They can't see the ears. It's fine.
It's fine. But they can hear the lies.
Welcome back to D&D House, everybody.
Hello.
We've been on for a bit now.
Wait, we just like chilling. It's like didn't even have an intro. I didn't really have an intro planned, but
It's called a cold opening, Chris.
welcome to Red Sun, a playtest / the beginning of the campaign that I intend on running for a good little while. The actions and consequences are up to the players to decide, and I'll be its witness and judge, jury, and executioner if necessary.
Yes.
It won't be that bad, but
Don't tell him that.
We're toast.
Fully expect all of us to die today.
Absolutely done.
what do you expect? This Dark Souls or something?
I mean,
That was last week, actually.
Oh,
it's in the realm of possibility.
trying
Yeah, I recommend using the blue because all of our black markers are dying.
the pressing. So,
Get some more eventually.
is there any last character questions besides spells? Unfortunately, I think we
Yeah,
have
I've got a
enough
whole
time
spell
to-
book I have to flesh out still, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
it's gonna be a lot of negotiation.
We're just
Fortunately,
gonna
that's
run
the-
with it. We're gonna
yeah.
run with it.
Well, as long as we got our physical stats and a general idea of what
Yeah.
our character looks like, acts like. Although, unfortunately, all of you
Need an
have
extra skill.
amnesia.
Ooh. I've always
I don't know
wanted
what you
that.
have. There's 12 that you need.
Yeah, I have perception, stealth, acrobatics, survival, knowledge arcana, spellcraft, knowledge engineering, nature, laboring, handle animals, sense motive, disable device, and trickery.
Maybe
I like
swimming.
trickery.
I have a tower shield on my back.
Which is why that +2
It's
might
kind of
come
a
in
boat.
handy.
Just flip it over.
The +2 might help. Just saying.
You're right. You're right as hell.
Yeah.
With that, all of your characters awake.
Awaken.
It's very warm, cozy, and as you open up your eyes, you're able to see that you're in a barn. You can see that there's loft up above your characters. There's some barn doors that are currently open, but there's enough like warm breeze, and you can see the morning sun just going into the hay floor-filled barn and the rest. All of you are laying in cots. You can see that you've been bandaged, and it looks like well treated for, though. You can see that around you there's also chests at the very foot of your bed with your guys' possessions, as well your armors. They seem familiar to you, but for some reason the memory of how you got here eludes all of your characters. You get a sense that you generally knew each other, but you don't know each other's names. If you guys even have thought up names. With that, you can hear the birds chirping outside, and all of you slowly sleep. What is your actions?
Oh.
I'm going to
Go for it.
Hello, friends from the past.
Are we friends? I can't say I know you, friend.
Are you my squad? I feel like you're my squad. That's what I was doing last, I think. I just been assigned as your enchanter.
Mm.
Last I remember, I was wandering through the forest.
Go ahead and give me a roll. This would be wisdom.
Wisdom. Could I use my proficiency in history?
Yes.
Oh, nerd.
Do
So
you
that
wish
is-
to increase this roll by using some of your morale? Or do you... Okay.
Too early for that.
Well, another thing with morale and fatigue is that you may spend it willingly, and it regenerates every 6 seconds or 1 turn.
One per round.
So,
Then yes, I would.
what would be your willpower?
That is underneath your fitness, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's just a 2.
You may spend, you gain a +2 on this roll by spending 2 morale.
2 more. Okay. So.
Then it'll quickly regenerate.
Okay. So, and then that adds my wisdom and the proficiency on top of that plus 2. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be plus 7. So 16 plus 7 is going to put me at a saucy. I know math. Jesus. Stop, don't pressure me.
Almost there. I can see it on your face.
Yeah, 23. I said 13, but you get what I mean. Jesus.
You do, in fact, actually a memory surfaces up, and you remember that for some reason you can tell the region you were in was New Travant. You know that you came here from over the seas, and then you remember just before you passed out. You remember the friends around you as you glimpse around and see their faces and their attire. You also remember some grates. You remember barbs and things digging into your flesh, and you remember pain, and then you blacked out.
Oh. Am I poisoned?
I
It
love
sounds like
Evil
I was
Dead.
poisoned.
Are we the chosen undead? Oh, sorry, that was last week.
Well, I can confirm that we are all at least friends of some sort.
Why are you looking at me when you see that?
Because you're
Green?
Looks
Small?
like-
You got a problem with small people?
No, your
Well,
voice
no.
is funny. Thought maybe you were a drunk.
Is that any better?
Yeah, actually, it's much better. Must have just been dry.
He's got a bit of a moaning voice.
You hear a small little giggle from outside the door.
Nope.
See, she thought it was funny. Well, we should probably report to our CO and see what we're up to after this. See what assignment is.
Our CO.
Commanding officer? Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Is that like leader? Tribe leader?
I suppose so.
The clan. And I just start walking out the door.
This guy gets it. I'll follow. I'll follow the guy.
I'm gonna grab my gear first and get all my gear situated before I follow them.
Yeah,
They
you
go
open
back
up
and just
and you start digging.
sling
through
my
it.
bag on.
Meanwhile, you're still in bandages. You see simple cloth and clothes they'll put on you.
Yeah.
Straight up loincloth.
As soon as you sprint out, you see a little girl actually start running towards. As you walk out, you can see a temperate forest in the middle of fall. There's brilliant greens, oranges, and reds. You can see that there's fields, meadows, and orchards, and you're definitely on a farm. And you can see the little girl going towards the main little manor in the
Wait.
center of it.
Ugly Goblin, where's the CO?
She continues on sprinting, not at a very quick pace.
Oh, the children probably don't know as I show up right next to him. Right next to him was the little fire in hands. The mage.
I guess I'll go grab my stuff, pull on my cloak. It's like a burlap sack, but on it has been labeled silk. There's a little star glued to it.
We're getting
Like
along
right
great
on the
right
center
now,
of the
but,
hood.
You like my fine clothes? I paid a lot for them.
we're getting along fantastically for the time being. As I'm very fancy dressed.
Everything is the arms just says silk across the top.
Yeah, both of us are dressed fine as fuck right now.
We be looking fly.
Putting on the Ritz.
I have proficiency in fashion.
Me too.
As you guys equip all of your gear
bad
and all
taste,
your
so-
belongings, you can see a triage of two elderly individuals, grandma and a grandpa. And you can see that there's a middle-aged man who has a beard that resembles that of kind of a schnauzer and anything else like that. It's just really well trimmed, but you can tell that he's
His
hardworking.
beard
Yeah, his beard.
goes.
Yeah. No, not his face.
I was like, what are you telling me?
No, it's,
I was like,
it's
furry.
they're all very much humans.
Okay.
And you can see a son and a wife. And with that, they actually slowly
Black hole
approach.
sun.
You gotta put him on screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
these little. Yeah,
Remember
these
the
little
That's not the
bounds.
barn door. I have to get used to this.
No, that's not the bound. That's not the bound door. That's the bounds.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah, these little squares right here.
The ones that you
are
erased earlier, and I had to redraw.
I didn't know.
I guess I didn't know.
You have to make mistakes to get better. So maybe more into.
Yeah, no, you're
You're good. As long as you're
as long as you're
in
within
Yeah.
the bounds.
So if I put like a
These
goblin
are the
army, like
No one's gonna see it but us.
Yeah.
perfect. With that, the elderly woman, with that, she's heeled over, blue robes. You can see all sorts of little charms dangling off her. There's an intelligence and keenness in her eyes.
Old tribe leader.
Probably cleric.
I would say in my prime, I was tribe leader. Where are my manners? My name is Murray.
Matriarchy.
This is our family. What would be your name?
Oh, I am Abo, Squad Enchanter.
Unfortunately, I do not remember my name.
Well, given the circumstances of what happened, it's understandable. I'll
Let's
answer
call
that
him
if you
Chuck.
Please
Wait,
don't.
what happened?
like. Name first, please. It's always implied.
I will give her like a bow as I say I don't know my name.
She bows back.
I don't remember my name either.
I'll have to investigate further into that.
Do you remember my name?
Old tribe leader, me Skriggs McGribble.
Well, it's not Skriggs McGribble.
Well, that
One's taken.
That one's taken.
I just have to look her up and down, and I'm like, Vex. You can just call me Vex.
Wonderful, Vex. Well met. So for the circumstances, which the more apparent that there was amnesia magic going on, as much as I've deduced, but all of you adventurers were out in the woods doing an adventure nearby, and a druid had brought you to our farm and the rest. And of course, is the laws of the land that we would take care of you until you are of health, not in wakingness. There was a local alchemist that assisted in this. I can tell that none of you are around here. That's why I suspect adventurers. It's good that some of you remember your names. The druid can be a rather foul man. I would recommend not trying to seek him out unless he seeks you.
He
Man,
sounds like your CEO. Maybe you should go find him.
Well, none of you doesn't want to see us. What are you talking about?
He's most likely, if it's happened before, he's the culprit of why you're here. He doesn't kill unless he wants to, but nonetheless, sorry for the worrisome and everything, but I wanted to, for my family and all of you, to host you until you are well enough and you feel like you can go adventure and find where your homes were or whatever quest you were going to complete. This is, let's see, looks over and points at the grandpa. Trent. There's Evan, Tana. And Evan is the farmer, Tana is the wife.
Stab Evan.
It's always the
I
husband.
don't have any weapons. Or offensive magic.
And there's Jack, the smallest one of the group. We have a couple of
I
others
can
here
probably take
around
Jack.
the farm.
Probably need you.
For in the meantime, so do you
Transmute
remember
his
what your
shoes to be
quest
tied.
was?
Unfortunately, I know that at least I do not. I just remember being in the woods and waking up here.
Very well.
You found all of us together, huh?
The druid brought you.
Do you have any barn cats? Skrig's hungry.
Hey,
I could go prepare a meal and the rest.
Please don't feed
Cats
us
or rats,
barn
please?
Cats.
Not barn cats, of course.
Okay,
Gracious. Biscuits and bread, milk and cheese.
perfect.
I'll be right on that. You can see that the grandfather keeps watch, and the old grandma starts hammering off and everything else like that. With that, the son also follows. You can see the farmer, Evan, approaches. You can stay for a total of about 3-4 days, unless if you make yourself useful. Unfortunately, I can't have idle hands around here, but do look around and explore if you need to. So the nearby town is just south. We call it the Moor, the rest. There's no really official town. There's a butcher there, blacksmith, and if you need to actually travel on, there's a bridge to the west.
I'm good at laboring. Back in clan, I was first sergeant pooper scooper.
now I know what to refer to you as.
Technically, the second barn does need shoveling.
I can assist with that from a managerial standpoint.
Supervisor.
You missed the spot over there.
No, I have useful things for it. Just I don't shovel exactly.
Well, you two then. We'll go over to the barns. Any of you else need to help around the farm the rest? I can direct you.
First Sergeant McGribbles? After you.
Perfect.
Do you need firewood?
If see any rats or
That
bugs,
we
point them
always
out.
do. The winter is going to come.
Excellent. I'll go find a tree.
Any hunting that needs to be done?
Just rats and bugs.
In fact, there's actually a really good butcher in town, so if you do catch anything, we'll have to make a trip to the mall. If you bring something by evening and the rest, I'd say 3 days could actually be extended.
I can do that.
Is there a back exit?
Before you head out, see me.
I can do that.
Yeah, there's the front bay, and there's the trough, and there would be on the back end of the barn, there's the back door.
So a lot further than I thought. Okay, cool. I'll get back to you, and I'm gonna walk out.
And you just dip.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, well, we could probably find a little something if you need
No,
just
I'm already
assistance on
gone.
anything. Oh, well.
Full on
Just
already
walk
gone.
I bet she's our scout.
I
So,
doubt it.
She's not
No.
good
I
clan
mean,
mate.
you really seem like our scout, but they're like, oh, I'm gonna go do my own thing and don't bother me. That's like, you know, the
Typical
scout
ranger
vibe.
things.
Yeah.
Yep, totally a scout. No problem.
so with this next phase, it's going to be the day operations, basically what you do throughout the day.
You're gonna
It could
rob
be from
them.
lounging to working and everything else like that. And I know that you two are focusing on the same task, so we'll start with you first, and then we'll go around the table.
Yeah, I got a couple things that I can assist with.
So Evan the
You as well.
farmer, he leads you off over into one of the barns. You can see where all the cattle are currently housed, and it seems a little bit over capacity at the moment. You can see that there's troughers are empty, that the water's not filled, and they generally need improvement.
Do they have like all livestock, or is it mostly cattle?
It's mainly cows in this barn.
Gotcha.
And with that, it does smell. With that, it's probably going to be about a day's work, and so we'll
Or I
have
can
to
make
build.
it less than that.
Oh. So you have to devise a role for me, and I'll have a DC of what to overcome in order to complete the task.
Okay.
Is mainly how this
Alright.
works. So let's start with what spells that you cast.
Yes, I'm going to go on ahead and cast my lightning spell on your shovel. That halves the weight of all things that you shovel for the duration of you shoveling them. I can also, after just a little bit of time, I can give you, I can cast softening upon the hard-packed nastiness on this floor to make it easier to move.
Brush it off the floor.
I have that prepared. And this isn't deep, right? This is just the barn that we're shoveling out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give you my speed enchantment for a few minutes. Add 20 feet to your base movement speed. You can be zipping around like a madman.
Okay. You may now decide to do this action underneath an hour and the rest. So we'll have to devise a roll. So imagine it'd be strength because of shoveling. Right.
I use my hands. I just toss the shovel.
I give you some like burlap wraps and use the lightning enchantment on them, so that the poop you shovel is still half the weight.
It's really hard to hold with these, but I can make it work. I take like a big scoop of it,
Yeah, he hands you a bucket and has all the tools.
and
set out.
I want to transmute this scoop into a live rat.
What?
Oh, God. All right. So let's begin with the roll. So it's a D20. Are you proficient in conjuration and transmutation?
Yes.
And transmutation?
Yes.
Okay. Then, so you'll get a +2. This would be an intelligence to see how well you can do.
All right. All right.
This can have some disastrous effects if it goes wrong.
Yeah. Half poop, half rat. Here we go. Pretty good. That's 20 total.
20 total.
Is that enough to turn feces into a full-blown rat?
Doesn't have to be an alive rat.
But to turn poop to flesh?
Poop to flesh.
That
It's
was
all
never
carbon to
flesh.
me.
With that, some instincts from like you can tell at one point you've done magic, and we'll have to build the spell later since we don't have it. It doesn't quite succeed.
Ultimate recycle.
In fact, it actually has the opposite effect, where it's actually the most horrendous thing you could have seen. The poop itself begins to try and turn, and with that grows little bits of fur, and begins attempting to squeak, and then it gurgles, and then it falls still.
Well, good luck, McScribbles. I'm gonna go help the others. I dip at that.
You can see the farmer sitting there in horrid.
I was just trying to picture a rat, and this is... I can't eat that. And I just put it in the bin, like a wheelbarrow, whatever we're using.
Well, my enchantments are still super useful, so enjoy.
And then, yeah, I'll make my roll to do my laboring.
You should probably go and help the friend with the lake. Well, actually, like he stops. Like you are going to clean the rest of this out.
Yeah, I said I would. This was my job.
I said
Just not. All right. First rule: none of that ever again. Whatever that was, whatever that thing you just tried to do.
Guy comes in. There's one rule: you have to work to earn your keep, and you do that. There's 2 rules.
Whatever the fuck that was, no.
Listen, I didn't mean to do it. I was just thinking rat, and this is what happened.
Never again.
Never again.
Don't think rat. Got it. So for laboring,
So it'd be starting off with a D20.
D20.
What would be your skills? Do you have anything in like laboring or something applicable?
Yeah, I've got to take labor proficiency.
Okay.
I was a
So
goblin. We all work.
yeah. You got a +2 and then plus for strength.
Well, wasn't that 20? So 22, 23 with strength.
Plus enchantments.
Plus enchantments.
With
Just fucking toss the rat poop thing.
this little
and
goblin turns
Just
into a
start
little
shoveling like
frenzy
a
and
madman.
starts like going around and cleaning it up and gets it into the troffers according to the farmer's direction. And in no time, you actually have it cleared up.
Beautiful.
You spend less than a half day for it. You gain 1 point of fatigue.
Okay. I don't take off the wraps afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, that enchantment does last a whole day, so enjoy. Things you lift half weight.
Start lifting myself and start working out. Too weak.
You think you're getting swole, but you're really just.
In the meantime, actually having like kind of stops and like you try to help. You're good with what sort of magics are you good with?
Enchantments mostly, some transmutation, abjurations tend to be my focusing.
Can you fix a fence?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, actually, the perimeter does, and he starts pointing it around his estate.
I'll need an hour to study. But first, let me drop some magic on my friends.
Oh. So let's go with what your action would be doing for. So you're going out for hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. So start off with the D20.
D20.
You're sitting on the edge of the woods. You can see that it's a temperate forest. It's very nice and pleasant temperature. There's a slight wind. You can tell that this is a luscious area full of life.
Our wizard friend wants to
Please,
get
I wanna
some
get
stuff
buffed.
before
I'm a wizard. I don't run.
Wizard, I just buffed
He wants to
people.
get
He
some
starts
stuff before
sprinting
I
out
go.
of the barn just
Wait.
full like.
Wait, elf, please! I don't want to be in the poop barn. I cast my spells. Please let me cast some more.
Well, sure thing. What do you got for me?
I've got a heightened awareness spell that gives you +8 to your perceptions,
Okay.
and you will not tire under the duration of the spell.
Dope.
I've got your long shot, which increases your range increment by 1. Oh, that was that. It's the middle of the day. Nice morning. How late do you plan on being out, I suppose?
Till I come back with something substantial.
Oh, well, this probably won't work too well for that. But... Oh, yes. Here's my unnoticeability spell. If things come within 20 feet of you, they are much less likely to look at you. I used to hide snacks in the pantry, but, you know, it works.
Why, thank you. This will definitely come in handy.
He just comes through and starts casting all these things. You can see as he casts a spell, he has to rest for a little bit.
Yeah, I take a breather every now and then. Get my book out again.
Okay, so you have some substantial bonuses. So, sitting at the edge of the woods. So, have to find the game.
All right.
Do you do a survival or do you track? Or...
Can I do a perception?
Perception?
All right.
around.
So I've got the perception talent, so that adds a d6, and then I have my proficiency, which will be another 2 onto that.
And then my enchantment for 8.
An enchantment for 8, so it'll be what I roll plus 10, right? Okay.
least I gave you that plus. At least we got that plus. in
Right.
there.
So that's gonna be a solid 18.
Solid 18. Actually, that's still really good. Like in
That's still pretty
consideration, especially for the climate. You're elf, correct?
Yeah.
You're able to actually hear the sounds of small little like patter, and you realize a rabbit is no more than 45 feet away from you, just in the middle of the trees. It's dense woods at the current moment.
Bet.
Plug his ass.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Yeah. Probably not. I am. Fuck it. Can I just try to take a shot at it?
Mhm.
All right. So, explain to me one more time how the attack rolls are going to be working for this.
So it'll be a D20.
D20.
So are you proficient in bows?
Sure am.
2. It'd be
2.
plus your dexterity.
Okay, so that's going to be 17.
Okay, so it'd be 7 plus your D6 because you're an archer, right?
7 plus the d6, yes.
Yeah. So roll a 1d20 and a D6.
Okay. And then this is going to add.
You toss me anything from that bowl.
And this is going to add 2.
Which bowl? Dice bowl.
Oh God!
And this is going to add
Have
2
Halloween.
because of my
Multiple things, but thank
proficiency,
you.
yes?
Well, you already got that, and this is plus 7, right? Because it's your dex, so it's 5 plus 2, so plus 7.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the like how we were doing the other ones where it was like that. You had that 10 at the beginning. Okay, so
Only if you're defending.
got it. So yes, so this is plus 7. Yeah. Okay, that's dope. So that's gonna be
Yeah, can I have both of them?
25.
So,
25. You absolutely hit it.
Awesome.
Roll for damage. Which this will be, what's the size of your bow?
You said it was a D8.
Yep, so
For
it's a
this
D8.
damage.
No pluses or minuses.
For 7.
You skewer it with one shot. It does not move.
thank you.
Awesome. I will go fetch the rabbit and continue looking.
Some
Okay.
ASMR. Just
We can make one more check. I consider that was kind of like looking around for half the day.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Excuse me, like I
plus
said, bring
10.
food to the table, not a rabbit.
Really, son? All right, so that's gonna be
better.
it is better.
You still got
It
my
is
plus 8.
better.
That lasts all day.
Yeah. So that's gonna bring me to a 22.
22. Okay. Now roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Unless they're already within 20 feet, I can't help you there.
Yeah. So that is. So I have proficiency in that, so that just adds the
Plus
2
plus
to
2.
this, right? 14.
You come across a deer. You can see that it's a doe. No, yeah, it's a doe.
Female deer.
Female deer. You can see it's about 120 feet away from you.
Easy.
There's a little bit of foliage that could get in the way between you and the shot.
I can give it a shot.
Okay.
Get it. All right. Also, I get the advantage on the attack roll, plus the 7 from the proficiencies and my dex. Oh no, I missed. Damn. See, I meant to roll that dice. This one's good.
That didn't count.
So that
Mulligan.
is. It's gonna be 15.
You hit.
Oh my god, I hit. Holy shit.
Not
Okay.
super well, but you hit probably.
Bet.
Roll for damage.
Rolling for damage. 2 points of damage.
The arrow sticks into its side. It leaps up, and with it, it starts bounding away.
You can take another
Yeah.
shot. Take another shot.
Oh, I can take another shot, right?
Yeah, it's a moving target, so it'll be a lot more difficult.
Alright, here you go. Here you
don't
go.
roll with 3.
You're using the wrong die again.
I am.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you're using the wrong
Oh,
D20 there,
see,
Buckaroo.
thank you,
I got you
thank
this
you.
time.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
That too.
2, right? Oh.
Why'd you guys have to say something?
Oh, it's a
This
7,
one was
that's
my-
better.
This one was my saving
I thought that was
grace.
a 1 for a second.
I thought it was
so
2.
That's gonna be 16. 16 to hit.
You barely miss it.
Damn.
Keep
well-
taking shots, man. You
You
got
have
that
one
increased
last
range.
one.
Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna keep.
Because I imagine, yeah, because it went from like medium range, long ranges. Now it's going into far.
Yeah. Which he's got, because I gave him that extra range.
Oh.
increment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Because
here
I'm
we go.
actually rolling against you to increase the DC.
Okay, here we go. Let's try to
Find a new D20.
find a new D20. Find a new D20. You have to keep searching until you find one that
keep
works.
rolling till it works.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
You can
here we
also remember burn stamina to increase this roll by up to 2.
If you're
Right.
if you're gaining a fatigue, you gain an advantage die.
Oh, if you go for a whole. Well, that's if you go for a whole fatigue, but
Or
you
if
can
you have to
spend. You
if
can
you
spend
spend your
2
stamina,
stamina,
yeah.
right? Because his fitness is 2
Mhm.
for just a straight +2.
You don't want to do that.
So
Don't
that'd
do
be a
that.
total
Because you'll
plus
recharge
9.
those over a couple turns.
Honestly, you'll recharge that in the time it takes me to get to it.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Cheater. God.
and that'll add a +2
Yeah.
So now I'm at a plus 9 on this. Come on.
Bring
Hey.
stuff you gotta share.
There
Yeah,
we go. So that's 18 on the die for a 27.
You hit. Roll for damage.
And then D8, where did my D8s go? And yeah, for 4 points.
Just enough. It collapses, and you're able to walk up, and you have to spend the rest of the day dragging it back at this point.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
That's more than
Imagine you would use 1 fatigue point from that, just from the dragging.
Okay, so where would I slap that fatigue?
fair.
It's next to
stamina, right?
So instead of like a 6, now it's a 5.
Yeah, so it reduces your max stamina.
Okay.
Okay, on to what you do. The farmer takes a little bit of time and points you over to one of his helpers. It's a short little shrewd dwarf. You can see he's balding in the head. You see that he's actually over there chopping lumber already.
I got you guys covered.
With that, you're just like,
I'm on my way.
uh,
This is how I show my worth, by making my friends work better.
with that, Evan's like, this is Taggart, and the rest, he's my helper in the farm. And with that, the dwarf looks up. All right. Kind of like stares at you.
Hi.
No, I.
I'm
I'm just fucking with you. Actually, if you're here to help me and the rest, go down and grab. You already got an axe, but you don't want to use that one. I got this lumber one right here.
She's like, I can't handle this.
I hate him. Find me another.
Find me another.
I don't like this one.
Like the farmer looks over. What, my helper?
No, this axe.
Oh.
What, my
It's like,
Yes.
first off, there's nothing wrong with me, and secondly, what's wrong with that?
I just don't like it. I'm not proficient in just regular axes.
So it's a 2-handed axe.
Yeah, it's
Still
annoying.
too
It's
much.
a
Okay,
heavy
it's
weapon.
still-
It's
all
good.
right.
So it's still a heavy
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's just
Then-
made for wood, not people.
Made from wood, not people.
That's why I don't like it. He gets it.
I mean, anything's made for people if you try
I
hard
mean,
enough.
yeah, right. That is, to be completely fair, that's almost as equally made for people as it is for wood. But please use it on wood.
If left for
This
dead, it's not
entire
anything.
conversation.
Your typical axe is good for people and wood.
Anyway, let me help you guys out for just a little bit at least, and I will pop them both with my sharpness spell. +2 to attack rolls, +4 to damage with the axes. And then I go read my book and get ready to repair things. My job here is done.
Okay. With that, we'll start with the rolls and the rest.
Okay. So they've already gathered up a bunch of dead wood and we're just chopping it.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see a huge, big old pile. The chopping block, you can see that Taggart is already pretty much at it since winter is coming. So,
Okay.
preparing it. All the wood's dry. Taggart will, instead of rolling himself, will be assisting you. He'll, whenever someone assists you, you actually just gain an advantage die, if they're proficient.
I need to roll damage for this.
Roll for the task itself to see how much that you can actually get done. Are you just working on this all day?
Can you roll that as an attack roll?
It's more than a representation of attack roll.
But I gave the bonus to attack roll.
It's lowering the DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go
I
after
accept
this
that.
all day, and I have laboring.
Okay, so you have a +2, and they would be strength-based. So what's your strength?
Strength is 3.
So you're at a +5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Taggart's giving you an advantage since he's helping you.
Okay.
And so it'd be a D20 roll.
Okay. Question.
Yep.
I also have education in nature. Will that give me bonus for chopping trees?
Education in nature would more or less be about like understanding plants, like sticky metals, the differences in the bristles, thorns, flowers, and it's
That's
more or
why
less.
I took it, but I just wanted to see. Okay. Oh, not great. So 12 plus my advantage.
Roll a d6.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard work, and Taggart keeps up a good pace with you. How hard do you push yourself?
Come on, big boy.
No, I'm not gonna push myself that hard. Like I'm just working
Just
at
going.
a nice pace.
At a nice pace. 1 point of fatigue throughout the day.
Okay.
Oh, but Noozle takes it easy. He's an asshole.
Well, our
You can
lives aren't in
see
danger yet, so we'll
Taggart at first, he actually, keeps it up a little bit, sees that you're actually slacking, sees how much that, because you can tell that he isn't as proficient as you are, and so he goes at a slower pace because he knows he can get what he needs to get done.
And then
for him.
fatigue, it goes against your stamina, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Over to Little Goblin. Well, yeah, we already did those together.
What are you doing?
What do you do, Mrs. Sneaky?
Sneaky.
I'm exploring.
Their
What else
house,
is on the farm,
their
Chris?
shelves.
Okay. Do a perception.
I'm reading the
Or,
drawer.
yeah.
I guess you're going to miss the panty
Panty
raid.
buddy.
So, are you proficient in any perception or any sort of deal? Or
I am,
it could
yeah.
be,
Perception, sense motive, stealth, whatever you want.
Okay. So that would be 8 plus. So I think you just wisdom because it's kind of like
okay.
a common sense looking around.
So
seeing
2.
what you can
So.
pick up.
Alright, so 10 altogether?
10.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that'd
okay.
be it. With that, you generally get a simple layout. There's irrigation canals. There's about 7 fields. There's the main estate. There's at least 3 barns. You can see one of them's meant for like horses, the other one's for cattle, and they actually have an entire like field for sheep. It's actually pretty like homely. It's really well kept and organized. As you look around, you can see the farmer's family. All are out doing their daily tasks and seem to be just busy and preparing for fall. This is just your observation, like wandering around, like the canal edges and everything else like that. And you can see that there's a main road just at the south of the estate, and it seems to be like a well grooved one, but you can see that there is some cobblings and where they repaired the road.
Okay. Is it just the family that I see? Like
Yeah.
what we've been introduced to?
Because you see your helper, you actually see additional people. So you see the grandma actually comes out and she would try and feed everyone else. You can see the grandfather is actually kind of sitting up around the farm. You can see he's actually keeping watch. He also does seem like he's keeping eye on where you're at too. You can see the farmers running around trying to direct people. So that's 3. You have the wife. You can see she's sitting on the porch sewing. The eldest daughter. You can actually see that a daughter basically walks into the house and comes right back out with a bow and actually a backpack. And there's little boy and girl basically running around and playing around the fields, 2 little young ones, and the helper helping chop wood. So,
Okay.
yeah, modest amount of people. With that information, do you do anything else?
Oh no, I'm just wandering, keeping track of my people, or what might be my people,
Yeah.
My potential people.
my potential people, my potential
Your-
enemies. Who
your
knows?
PP.
My PP, if you will.
Yeah.
Gotta know where my PP is.
Keep track of PP, man.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just wandering.
Okay.
If it was a
Do
Um,
you eventually like relax, or you just like
Yeah, I'm gonna
look
go
for
to the
subtle-
sheep and just go chill with the sheep.
okay? You can see they kind of like hobble around, like as if you do approach them. They kind of like just keep in a little flock. It doesn't seem too friendly.
Well, I have animal handles, so can I befriend the sheep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can roll.
Yeah, sheep friends, guys.
What are you?
So yep. So it'd be, I'd imagine, charisma
Okay. So 2.
+2. So yeah, +4 to this roll.
Can I respin? Because I just almost dropped it. Not much better. Not much better. Okay, so 8. Doing great.
Plus your proficiency. I think it'd be a total.
Oh, sorry. So yeah,
10?
10 again.
These are extremely domesticated. They're not afraid of people. As you approach calmly and everything else like that, just standard. They seem hesitant, but you're able to go up and actually eventually touch them. And they don't really seem like the pet too long, but you can mingle with them.
They've got a good sense motive.
Yeah,
they know you're
that's-
shifty.
That's all I'm doing is I'm petting sheep and watching people.
Yeah, you can see that the grandpa is actually like. You can tell now he's actually just watching you now.
I'm just gonna like make eye contact with him and be like,
Watching him, watching you.
yeah, just like as I'm walking around, just like keep my eyes on him, just for like a half second, just as spoken. For
He'll
no
actually
reason.
approach you.
Huh?
He'll actually approach you. He'll just walk up to the front.
Like, I didn't want to talk to you.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to pet sheep. All right, cool. He's approaching me. Okay. Does he do anything?
Well, yeah, 'cause, like as soon as he walks up, he'll. So, nice day, isn't it?
It's a great day.
Yeah,
Lovely farm you got.
it is. Yeah, you have sheep, or did you ever actually grow up in a ranch and a farm?
I did, yeah. We had a whole flock of sheep. My mom and pa.
Beautiful.
Have you had sheep for long?
Well, depends. In some of the winters, they've been rough recently, but I've had this state for a good 20 years.
Well, good. I'm just wandering the sheep farm. Do you need me to do anything? I'd be more than happy to help.
Oh, but when the other guy asks, it's all fuck
Well, if
you,
you're
I'm gonna
willing, it's
wander
only
off.
Evan the farmer. He runs it now, and it's not my place to say what comes and goes and the rest. But, you ever shot a gun?
You
I've
wanna go
never-
blow some shit up, kid?
This is the first time for everything.
You know, when I was a
Dad.
kid, haven't touched one in many years, so probably am not any good with it. But I have a bow.
Am I hearing a yes or am I hearing a no?
You're hearing a yes.
I'll set up some bombs.
Can we change this guy's name to Pagan Min? Because that's what I got out of it. That was some Far Cry 4 shit if I've ever heard it. You want to go blow shit up? You done? You got it
We
all
know
out
who
of your
the cool
system?
guy is. on the farm.
I love him.
Give
Just
me
gonna
a
have a bottle
quick
of whiskey and
dex
a
roll, so
shotgun.
just a +3 since you're not proficient.
Okay. I am proficient in dex.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's the firearms.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firearms, not like a save.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
If you didn't spend
This
your
is
other
gonna go terribly.
your other 3 level up points, you can just take firearm proficiency.
Won't help that nat one.
No.
Yeah,
was a
no,
two?
It won't.
One really.
It was a 2.
Well,
Thank
it's
you.
2. It's not enough.
So it's a solid 5.
We bumped that 5.
Yeah,
to a
you
7.
don't really hit the model. You actually
Shoots the guy.
No.
Grandpa, no!
That only would be a critical. And by the way, natural ones you have to re-roll, and if you hit a natural one, that's when shit hits the fan. Actually, criticals and everything's have been nerfed. You either succeed or you fail. So, we just haven't had anyone roll a natural. Well, we've had a natural 20, right?
Not like
Not-
on
yeah,
stream.
not on stream.
I just had the skill that
But
was a natural
the grandpa
20.
is really patient, and with that, he actually guides
But we
you in
didn't
how
double
to
roll it.
reload it in each shot. Despite you missing and everything else like that, he stands stern and tells you actually how to hold your form and the rest. He seems that
You went from buddies to trainee.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, I'm gonna keep up the whole. Oh, well, thanks. You know, I really appreciate this. I miss shooting guns. My dad used to teach me how to do it before he died.
good. I just
First, I thought we were talking about you as a person, and then we got to the death part. Mark, if you're watching this, you know
still
how Maddie
alive.
really feels about you.
For now.
I apologize if it's brought any memories. I'm
No,
really
it's a
just
great
wishing-
memory. I'm really enjoying this, and I enjoy your company. Thank you for letting us stay on your farm, or I guess your son's farm.
It is. It passed it down as it should. Kind of nods, and with that, thank you. And with that, he continues on his way and continues patrolling.
He's like, but wait a minute. And now I'm satisfied.
Shoots through one across the
He
line.
hits like
Just,
3 of them in a line.
Yeah.
He curves the bullet.
this wasn't just a lesson, it was a threat. I gotta go.
Stay away from my fucking sheep.
Stay away from the sheep.
Sheep off limits,
God.
gotcha.
You
really said, "I
relaxing
know a
day, you
sheep
don't use
shagger
any
when I see
salmon or
one."
Anything else like that.
Did you flick your hat at him? That was the tip.
With the
No,
fencing and the rest, and your cast, just do me a quick enchantment check.
Yeah. Got my plus 6. Just take my sweet time with it.
And how hard do you work? Is
Huh?
it like 1 burnout, 2 burnout, or 3?
We'll see what gets me where, I guess, because that'll just kind of determine. So that's what 8 plus my 2, 10 plus my 4, 14.
14? You're making middling progress. Like there's a couple of joints and you like
It wasn't a
continually
great
and
roll.
everything like that. You get about a good 1/8 of the way in.
For 1 burnout.
He did like it was way exterior fence.
Yeah.
So
For 1 burnout. Burnout, right. Go through with me one more time. Burnout reduces my hit dice at the end of the day when I get there. Okay.
yeah.
I will go for 2.
Okay.
Because I've got endurance, right? So I can ignore 1 when I go to sleep.
It's fatigue though.
Oh, endurance is just for fatigue? Is there one for burnout? Because I would have taken that, I guess.
There would be one equivalent to it.
Okay.
I haven't made a name for it.
That's the one I would have taken. I
Okay.
suppose. I thought it was one or the other. So I can ignore 1 fatigue, and then if I make my... And then just in 8-hour rest, ignores 1, correct?
Yeah.
So I'll go for 3. I'll go for 3 burnouts, because I can then use my comfort enchantment to give myself another 1.
Okay. With that, you're able to get about a quarter of the way done.
I'll take
With
it.
a lot of effort and continually pressing yourself, like you just cast spells and everybody else, and
Yeah.
definitely draws from you. At the end of the day, you can see everything starting to wind down, and everyone starts going towards the stage. With that, Evan the farmer goes around to all you guys and is like, dinner time's going to be ready. Would you like us to set up a table in the barn where you're going to be staying in your cots, or do you want to join the family? It's up to you. I do appreciate the help around.
Have I arrived with the deer?
Yeah, sorry about that. He would have dragged it back, and with that, he would have sent it out with Taggart to the moor.
I will give them the rabbit to throw into the food with them.
Into some soup.
Yep.
Good job.
I try.
That rabbit looks pretty tasty. Wait, where are you taking it?
Hey, wait a minute.
Cooked.
Why would you cook a rabbit that ruins the flavor?
Flavor.
Can you even taste
You
it?
gonna tell me you're gonna throw away the feet too?
Tell you what, you can ask them if you can keep the feet. I have no use for it.
You want the ears?
So many choice. Can I just have anything you guys don't use?
Can I just have the leftovers?
I'll see what I can arrange. Says Evan.
Are we sure he's our friend? He's a nasty little creature.
Sergeant? Oh, of course, he's great. I love the guy.
Sergeant?
Sergeant McGribbles?
Did
First Sergeant Pooper Scooper?
First Sergeant Pooper Scooper McGribbles.
I'm just gonna
his
say-
family,
Don't touch that hand.
daughters, and
Don't touch that hand.
since I was watching them throughout the day, did I see this one throw the poop with his bare hands?
I was in the
Actually,
barn.
with just like, yeah, it's, I'd imagine since you did walk around for a good portion of half the day, yes, you absolutely saw what was going on.
All right.
First
cool.
Sergeant McGribble.
So, I think we should leave this one out in the barn to eat.
No, I always eat with my big family.
Are you gonna take a bath?
We
What's a
can still set up
bath?
tables in here and everything for else for your own guys' discussion.
Hey, Magic Boy.
Yes, that's me.
Do you know any spells like that create water?
Prestidigitation, perhaps.
I could modify something, yes.
Can you clean this little
Guy?
Can I modify my
Goblin.
condition
Say the big
modifier
word with McGribble.
to
Goblin.
function as a cleaning agent?
Yeah, it would take a little bit of study and sit down, but you can roll for it.
I'll roll for it.
Is there a trough nearby?
Yeah, just out outside
Location.
the barn.
Is there water in it?
Mhm.
All right, I'm just gonna pick him up.
I fight every step of the way.
Guys, please, it's 17.
Like, how
on the
hard
roll.
are you resisting? Or...
I'm like,
All of
listen.
my goblin might.
Okay, so this
Do
is going
not
to be...
poison the animals.
I'll clean him, please.
That's how wizard friend try.
Get
Fair
your
enough.
fucking hands off me. And I like swipe at your face with my shitty hands.
I'm just gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
avoided.
You set him back down. And what was that roll?
17 to repurpose. Repurpose and create this spell?
You get close to solving it, but not quite.
Oh. Well,
We still have time until dinner.
I just make it like a little better.
Yeah, with that you actually just like cast it once and little like specks fly off here and there, and it's not like completely clean. You probably just should take a bath.
Guys, I can get rid of it, and I just like start shoveling my hands in the dirt back and forth.
Little straw. Yeah, there's straw in the barn.
But don't put him in the trough. Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
In the
I roll
meantime,
around in it a
the
little
farmer
bit.
made the decision and just sets up some tables and chairs and brings out food.
A wise decision.
And there's like all pots and everything else like that of what they just basically shared. There's actually a good amount of produce, like squashes and corn.
Dinner
and
al
everything
fresco.
else like that. And you have each a very nice plate. Oddly enough, you actually have its legs and ears on your plate, and you can see that they're uncooked.
I'm so glad that plates were preset and that we weren't grabbing out of communal.
Yes. That is. Yes.
Yeah, I like take one of the feet. I start at the nails and just.
Give me a constitution. Oh, let's see what.
He is a goblin.
I'm a goblin.
Oh yeah, no. If you're a goblin,
This is what he's supposed
you
to
actually
do.
don't taste anything different. So actually,
Yeah.
the crunch is probably the best part.
Fuck yeah.
And the rest of us hear the crunch.
Absolutely.
Do we have to make a roll to not vomit?
Wax in the
Is it-
ears.
I would say if it applies to your character,
If it
Alright, we'll
You're a
roll
pretty
with that.
spiffy
Well-
fella. You're gonna need
Yes.
that.
I'm serious
you an
with you.
elf?
I've
How do you
like
work?
waxed ears and I've
What
turned
elf?
away from the
Oh,
table.
fucking bet! Elf Bros. I didn't even know. I thought she was a fucking orc. Hell yeah. So that's a D20 plus your con. Is that it?
Yeah,
and
Okay.
if you're proficient in it,
I sure am not.
thankfully I am.
That's a 13 on the total roll.
you actually get a point of burnout witnessing this horrid monstrosity that's going on in front of you. In fact, you feel queasy just at the aspect of it.
My
I got
God.
a 17.
17, you're able to, more for the short term, morally you're scarred, but you manage to persist away.
Perfect. I take my plate of food and I stand up and I walk outside and sit in the trees.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. I'm not about that.
The cool of the night that's setting in is very refreshing compared to the the
Oh, we're gonna eat
sounds and
outside?
things.
Against the sickening effect, I can add my will using morale, right?
Saying it.
Does it go for will or does it go for fitness?
If you're using Constitution, it would be your Sama. If it would be mental, it would be morale.
Okay.
But since it's not really,
I thought it was it's a constitution roll, but it's a sickening effect, which is why I asked.
oh,
Because I would much prefer to add
Oh,
my will than my fitness.
I'd say that your will.
Yeah. Do I get bonuses for plugging my ears and avoiding these gaze?
Yeah.
So that's 15 total
Yes.
plus whatever. Yeah, I just
Again, there's slight moral damage, that happens. In the
Yeah,
short
no.
term, but
my opinion lowers as long as I do not
I'm just gonna
suffer.
sit at the table and start eating.
just unfazed.
Yeah.
You've been demoted to second star sergeant.
Yeah. Let's bring that first sergeant down a little bit. Private McGribbles.
Civilian McGribbles.
Congratulations, you've been promoted to customer.
You've been dishonorably discharged.
With that, the old grandpa walks up, decent clothes and everything else like that, long beard, looks at all of you. Well, we're all batting down for the night, and thank you all for assisting with the farm and everything else like that. And it's good to see that you're up on your feet.
He's not wearing decent clothes. None of it's labeled silk.
Just have those tags. It was like, these were made by my daughter. But all I ask for you for tonight is just make sure to lock up in the barn and everything else like that. There's really no predators too much in this farms, and the land's pretty nice. So Evan will come get you in the morning and speak about what needs to be done. If you all wish to stay again, this is usually put in the helping hand if you stay.
Of course.
Well, farewell, good night, and till tomorrow.
Auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
We thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you
We'll
for your
brief back.
good work.
Just remember, the sun will come out tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
The sun will come out tomorrow. It is only one day away.
I'd bet my bottom dollar it'd be there.
I cast my comfort enchantment on my cot. Wait a little while. I cast my repel vermin enchantment on just like...
You cannot get into his bed.
I attune it to goblins.
You have one that does the opposite?
Actually, yes.
Oh,
It
God.
works for an entire mile radius
Oh my God.
and draws in any vermin I attune it to. It's a wonderful enchantment.
Good, because I'm still hungry.
Can we put that one's caught outside?
So I was actually going to offer it to them tomorrow for like rats. Any hoser.
All rest.
Yes. And he said that so I've taken a fatigue point as well as a burnout point.
Yeah.
Oh, do you need the comfort
Actually,
enchantment?
we're not calculating that yet. It's only when you complete the night.
Oh boy.
Tum-bum.
Then yes.
I'll give you, yeah. I can cast it plenty. So
And that
I'll
goes
give you
for
my comfort.
fatigue or
It can go for fatigue or burnout, and it also makes you immune to nightmares. So you're welcome.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh, okay. You want nightmares? That's
No.
fine, I guess.
No, this goblin thing.
What kind of climate are we in?
I would say that it's a temperate forest, so I'd say, since it's fall, I'd say it's going to get into the low 45s at night.
I will. I'll give my condition enchantment onto my blanket for heat. Just cozy little electric blanket myself in, and
It feels nice.
no goblins, soft bed, warm sheets. I'm set.
In the middle of the night, you're all awakened by very obvious screams. You can see that it sounds like only one person outside the barn. It doesn't sound too far away either.
I sit up straight out of the bed. Martha!
Perception check to see who it sounds like.
I will also roll a perception check.
Imagine you close the barn doors. and
Oh, okay,
it's
yeah.
like-
Oh,
We
we'll
have
close
to- I want to roll stealth and attempt to mosey on out of the barn. And how long does that unnoticeable thing that you cast on me last?
Oh, that's great. That was a half day.
I
That's
think
what I did.
let's actually roll turn initiative. Like
Or no, it's
turn
an all day
order,
actually. Sorry.
at this point,
Ability.
so that everyone can take their actions as they would in combat. 'Cause
Okay.
Things in sequence.
Initiative is just dexterity.
It would be, I'd imagine, wisdom or dexterity. If you
Oh,
act
fuck yeah,
quick,
wisdom.
or if you're actually like aware and alert.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
dexterity.
God damn it.
17 with wisdom.
That's gonna be a 14.
13.
This is working out pretty well.
19.
Damn you.
Oh, dang, you have to mess it all up.
Then it just puts me on top.
That's,
That's actually convenient enough.
let's see.
I'm used to this. Where goblins
Also
have to be on
17.
high alert at all times. We're a prey race.
+3 is what I added.
Here's what I added to.
Roll! It's competing.
5.
12.
You get it. Okay, Alex,
Bottom.
you were first
It's a
to
great place to be.
Yes, I want to roll perception
love
to
the
see
bottom.
if I can recognize the
Phrasing.
screen.
Oh god.
No, it still applies.
Really bad.
It's Ellie coming
12.
back.
12. You only can tell that it sounds feminine in nature and the rest, and they're in great pain.
Old tribal leader.
You now have 2 actions and a reaction you can still use.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll, I'm gonna burst out the fucking barn.
1 action per move, and with that you just throw open the doors. Now you can either use your reaction, to do another action, or you can save it.
I'll save it.
Okay, that will bring it to Meg.
I'd also like to do a perception.
The doors are now open too.
Yeah, but
It'll
can we
help.
see him? Yeah, this will help.
Depends on your roll.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the potential to see.
Do you have dark
There
vision?
you go.
You can in a minute. Give me a couple seconds.
Oh, dude, please
Alright,
give me
so
dark vision.
15.
I can't see in the dark.
15. With that, you're able to see, because the bay doors are open, with that it leads down to the road into the estate and towards it. One of the roads that's leading over to the barn and the rest, you can actually see shadowy figures moving around. Since you're human, you're not able to distinguish the shapes, but you can tell that you're guessing 3 people.
Do we want to rotate this and say that the outside is that way so that it's on the screen?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll. Oh yeah. Shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's over here is where that's happening.
Yeah.
Remember
you
your
wanna-
bounce first.
Slide me that way, since I would be at the doors by now.
No.
Yeah. So
Stay in bounds.
let's just let's redraw this really quick.
I can just make the barn door right here or here.
Yeah. Easy.
Oh, sorry. I need to get rid of all those dots.
Want to freshen up a rag? I can toss you one to get wet.
Toss me that cleaner one there.
Okay.
Going to the
We'll
sink
just
and you can still hear.
miniaturize it. You can see the road down the estate. There's fence line keeping off of it. There's a field over here. Corn's swaying.
Corn. Children of the corn.
You can see some pumpkins on this side of the field.
Pumpkins.
Delish.
So on and so forth.
You should
You
make
can
like a nest
see-
inside one of the
you
I was
can-
literally
you're
just
guessing?
thinking that.
You can see 3 individuals over here.
I love that we're on the
Okay.
same page.
It's dark because there's no light over here. You can only see just barely enough because of the pale blue light.
Okay. And the little square's the barn?
Yes.
Barn?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna pop out the back then.
The back door.
The back door.
Let's see
Yeah, that
which one.
Blue.
Yep.
Blue, yes.
Take a move and you do an action to basically go up to the door. You open it up,
Yeah.
and that's the rest of your turn.
Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. So that will bring it to
Ian.
Ian.
I'm not good at fighting, but you can do this. Dark vision.
Dope.
Up to 200 feet.
Dope. That's as far as I can shoot.
And I'm also going to use...
A spell would take 2 actions. So
Yeah. So 2 actions, but then I can use one of my talents, right? I can use press on.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I use press on to regain 2 morale at the cost of 1 stamina.
Okay. And that brings
And
it
that's my turn.
Marquise.
Oh, dude.
The world becomes very lit. The magic in itself, it's not like the world becomes brighter, it's just you can see every detail now.
I can see everything.
That lasts an hour.
Oh, dope. I'll step out, like, right behind the,
The girls?
yeah, right behind the goblin. And I'm gonna roll perception to, see what I be seeing. Your
Use 6
increase to
perception.
your increase to perception is gone now, right?
Wait a minute.
Because you said that lasts a whole day.
My heightened awareness. That's a daily. Yeah. So that's still on.
Dope. All right. Okay, so that is the D6. I'm just gonna add 8 onto this, or,
You add 10.
add 10. Yeah. All right. So that's 14. Put me at a 24.
24, and plus you have elves have really good vision too.
With your
And-
elven
Yeah,
eyes.
and- yeah, so the DC was even lower. You see actually a really horrible sight. You can see what looks like a young lady. Her clothes are all like torn up. You can see scratch marks. She's bloody. You can actually see what looks like 2. You're not guessing actually. You see that they're 2 men. You can see that there's something wrong with them. It looks like they were humans, but they have teeth. Their eyes are basically faintly like tints red. You can see that they're trying to actually claw at her. You can see several bite marks all over her.
Oh.
They're
Well, ain't
currently
no saving
grappled
her.
her, and with that, she's trying to pull them
Serious?
free.
You could just shoot one of them right now.
Oh no, I'm saying because like if there's zombies, she already got bit by the zombies, like she's
well,
fucked anyways. But you know,
shoot.
but, yeah, they're definitely
We
gonna
got-
get shot still because like then they're gonna come for us. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot them. So this adds advantage, and then this is gonna be plus 7, and
Get it.
yeah, ooh,
so that's
Almost a
going to
crit,
be, right? So
23.
that's 23, 27, so 30. 30 to hit.
You absolutely hit. Which one were you targeting?
Probably the one the closest, because I could.
First in line.
Yeah, very first in line. And then for my damage. Yeah. Rad. Solid 1.
Solid 1.
Like a solid 1. That was a 30, so that was like.
You managed to clip it just enough. You can see that she tries to take the opportunity, since it's like grappling her, to try and free herself since it's momentarily dazed, but it keeps hold of her. Both of them do.
Can I shoot it again?
Yeah, you have 2 actions.
Come on.
2 actions and all the perception in the world.
Let's do it again. I see everything.
Yeah! Again!
Exactly the same
Exactly the
So
same.
that's another 30.
You absolutely.
And can I spend any stamina or morale to increase the damage, or is it just to attack?
For ranged attacks, unfortunately, you can't increase it through that.
Sorry.
There's a talent somewhere in there.
Yeah! For 2 points of damage this time.
Twice as much!
Progress.
With that, it
however
actually
little, is
sticks
still
barely into
progress.
its shoulder, and it seems to still.
Release
go
our foul
after it.
beast. And I think that's it for me. I don't think I can do anything else.
Yeah, nothing provokes a reaction yet. That
Wait,
would be.
please. I have something for you. Before you go running in.
Hold.
Do you say this to me?
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Hurry up then.
Alright, give me a second. I'm flipping through my book.
I want to use my move this turn to just walk. Oh, I guess I'm already pretty
Please,
close.
please stay.
Yeah. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought I was you. And I was like, no,
Yeah,
I want
for
to
sure.
get up to the group at
The
least.
sneaking.
Literally, none of my spells can be cast at a range. Please don't leave me.
I would like
Don't
to
leave me.
attempt a perception.
Can I tell them what I see?
Yeah. Just a very brief description.
Zombie attack.
Zombies.
Save woman.
Zombies.
4.
4?
Zombie.
Wait,
Like
what for?
total?
I think so, because I rolled a 2 and then plus 2 for perception.
So what? Oh,
Most applicable ability score.
yeah. So that would
Oh.
be your wisdom, right?
We've been forgetting that.
Wisdom.
Oh, we have been forgetting
So
that.
6?
I got
Yeah.
me.
Unfortunately, it's dark outside and there's a lot going on. And you can hear the screaming's
I'm still
direction.
trying to rub the crusties out of my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, it's all good.
You do know the direction of what's happening, and you do know your friend did say that there's zombies.
There's an elf standing in front of me.
You still have your actions. Do you withhold them?
Yes, I'm
according?
holding until I get magicked.
Okay.
Yeah, I can get you magic though.
Yeah, I'll move 30 feet forward. Do I see better what's going on now since I don't have
30 feet.
fantastic dark vision?
And let's see. As you get closer, and you're a little goblin. I think
Yeah.
goblins can see in the dark, can't they?
Yeah, they have dark vision. I just didn't know how well.
Oh yeah. You as soon as you get fairly well.
Okay.
You can easily see what's going on. You can see these two huffing and puffing, manic, crazed, bloodied. Their clothes are just as torn as hers at this moment. The rest, and they're trying to attempt to bite her.
Looks like meat's back on the menu.
Don't eat the zombies, please.
Fuck. Excuse me. I want to try to control one of them.
You try and dig deep down with the magic. So, do you have an enchantment as a proficiency?
I sure do.
Oh, they're not undead.
Are they undead? Because I have control undead. I am entropy.
They have blood all over them.
So they're possibly not undead.
You could attempt if you could try and cast based on death, or if they're living.
You could also roll perception and try to figure that out.
Yeah. We'll try to confirm before I just start.
Or you start slinging spells.
So anyways, I started casting.
That's been my life this whole game.
20 total?
20 total. You can see just basically, since it is about like it's cooler outside, you can see a little bit of like their breath and they're huffing and puffing. Yeah, you actually can see that these two have been like sweating and everything, and that they're breathing. They're most definitely all three of them are alive.
It's mad cow disease.
Well,
I
that
got them
changes
brain
things.
worms.
I swear the round I got was good.
In order to cast a spell, it also would be 2 actions, so you'd have to wait in order to do that.
Gotcha.
Did you let
'Cause
the
I
goblin
perceived.
touch it first?
No,
No, they
actually,
make them a feat.
every single turn order, I give you a free skill check.
Mm.
It's not an action to look around or anything else like that. It's not an
It was
action
the
to
moving.
sneak.
Mm.
It's the moving that took away, since you moved forward.
Okay. Can I ready a spell in order to make it faster next action? Because I still have 1 left, right?
I'd allow it. Yeah.
Cool. I ready a lightning bolt.
Zap.
Or play it like snowball, but lightning instead.
Okay. So that'll bring it to Maddie.
Alright, where is the house in this?
It would be down the road, and
Oh.
the manor would
Hell
be
yeah.
directly towards it.
Okay, cool.
Pass the action.
Okay, so we're gonna
Fucking
go
rogues.
to, I guess,
The sheep.
the right. The sheep! I gotta save
Gotta
the
make sure the
sheep!
sheep are okay.
Where's the sheep, Chris?
Actually, so there'd be the barn, there'd be the back fields. Actually, they would be towards
way.
those zones.
Gotta save my buddy. No. They'll be fine. It's fine. They're smart sheep.
If all the sheep are dead, it's your fault.
Don't put this on me, guys.
You had one
If morning comes and all the sheep are slaughtered, you could have saved them.
It was only you.
Alright, so I'm gonna go this way. As many, so 30 is speed. So let's just walk that way and
Okay. Yeah. You
No,
head,
wrong way.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
towards you.
so we're going through the the
No.
barn, or
No,
No, towards you.
outside.
Towards you.
Towards you. Yeah.
and then like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the all?
Oh, you
that's
have
the-
another
move
action.
again.
You can move again.
Oh yeah, let's fucking move again. Let's move to the
Deep into
corner,
the mushrooms.
all the way to the corner
Mushrooms,
of the
pumpkins.
Okay. You still have more movement.
barn. Okay. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna watch what these yahoos do.
Okay. Ian.
Yeah. Ooh, there's that sharpness spell.
Okay.
+2 to attack, +4 to damage. Go get him, Tiger.
But
I-
can she see?
No. I blindly run in,
You'll
using
find him.
all of my
Just steal it out.
everything to just run as far as I could get to them. I have 30.
You move. Yeah, you move 60 feet. Sorry. Well, I'm doing these as 10-foot squares because I shrink the barn and everything else like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. That's why I'm not moving you as far as the rest. Is because this is a larger.
That's the
zone.
wrong mini. Yeah, the one with the big axe is the one who wields the big axe.
I tried to make it easy.
I have a short attention span. Not a really good DM trait.
All you medium-sized humanoids look the same.
Right.
You're right.
And that's
Let me
both
get the
my
mushroom.
standard and my movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could use your reaction to move up
Yeah,
as well.
fuck it. Let's use that. Keep on going.
Oh, I moved
Okay.
right there.
I have to save my reaction, or else I took throwback for nothing.
Fair.
Yeah, you can always use your reaction during your turn. If it's out of turn, something has to provoke it. Okay, so that brings it to. Let's see. Back to Alex.
No,
Or-
it should be me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Because
I
it was
should've-
Marquis
I should've
got
went-
skipped.
Yeah, I should have went before her.
Oh, sorry
no,
about
no,
that.
no,
Yeah.
No, because
Oh,
I
no,
saved.
yeah, you held.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
it was
a held
technically
turn till
just
me.
Ian's
Yeah,
turn.
it was my turn.
Ian. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
acted on Ian's turn.
Got it. Yeah.
And I cast and
We're all.
Alright.
on the
Use
same
press
page
on
now.
it.
So back to
So-
Marquise. Yeah, Marquise.
So. Fuck it, I'm just gonna shoot this guy again because I'm pretty sure that's a decent enough line of sight.
The goblin's tiny. You
Oh, yeah.
can
Yeah,
shoot
Yeah, I
him.
can easily shoot
Come
over him,
on.
and I see everything. So.
If you double that one, I'll kill you.
Too bad I don't have my warding spell prepared.
Alright, so for that first attack, here we go. Alright, so that's 15 plus 7, 22.
Hits.
And then my damage for a solid 2 points of damage. Alright.
Shoot again.
We got it. You know what? I'm actually going to use one of these Muppet dice.
Yeah.
I'll just
That's your
reset.
health.
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. You can see now these are my health. All right. And I'm gonna shoot him again. For 17 plus 7, 24.
Hits.
And then damage. 4 points of damage this time.
That's twice as much as last time. Again.
Slow progress is still progress.
You could do that one
With
more
that,
time.
it heels onto its knee, and with that, it actually flops over.
Is Homegirl able to escape now?
With that, she actually manages to pull free and collapses prone.
Oh, goddammit.
No, please, this way.
So what can I use my reaction for?
So you can use it for moving or an additional attack.
I'll do it again.
You could double your damage again.
Dog, I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. 4. Ooh.
That'll hit for sure. That's 17 on the die.
So that's gonna be 27, and for the damage, here we go. This is the 8. This is the 8. This is the 8 right here. 5.
It's still more.
Still progress.
You're still going up.
See, I'm still waking up. That's all it is. Like I was asleep. I was big chilling and like
shaking off the cobwebs, you know.
Okay, and you actually hear the thwack actually as you get center mass, where that it like staggers.
Wow.
Dope. That's it for me.
Okay.
Should be
Now
Kayla's
we're
turn
Yeah,
proper.
Kaler proper.
Get in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my move to get all the way up to it.
Okay.
Take a swing.
And I swing for the goddamn fences.
With that, as soon as it gets close, it quickly spins its head, and you can see like red reflections like a predator coming from its eyes.
Ooh.
I don't have a d6. You roll a d6 with the attack?
If you're proficient in it.
Yeah.
Which
Are you an act? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, that was helpful.
Hey, one's helpful. Remember my +2 as well. It's doubly helpful.
25.
You have.
27.
You hit.
Excellent. For 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
You cleave into it, goes into its shoulder. With that, your axe gets embedded.
That's a lot of fucking damage. It's well over half my hit points.
I roll a d8 plus my strength because mine's a melee weapon, and I get a +4
Then +4 for my
his
enchantment, for my
spell.
sharpness, which I can give to a single one of your arrows.
Should I be adding my dexterity to the damage of my?
Not with ranged attacks.
Okay.
Well, because you have the significant advantage of being very far away from the guy.
Okay.
And you can still deal a lot of damage. Unfortunately, a D8, unfortunately.
It's also much safer to use your reaction for a third attack and stuff with ranged. So.
I'm sorry, did you say I kill him?
Yes.
Excellent.
Get him.
I want to use my reaction to pick up the woman on the ground.
As soon as you actually touch her, you can feel her quivering and shaking, and almost like convulsing.
Can I perception this bitch?
It's pretty obvious she's not doing well. You can see she's bleeding. There's multiple cuts and scratches and bites.
I can fix that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna
that too.
pick her up.
Okay.
You should fix that. You're super close and you've been waiting.
Okay. That will go back to Alex.
Oh, there. Fuck. And if we're gonna, I guess I lose the charge, and I will sprint forward where I cannot heal her for another turn.
Oh yeah, I guess it'll take me a good bit more than that
you
to
could
get
just
there.
use
So.
your reaction as the run up, and then use your
Reaction is the run up, and then 2 actions for the heal.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. And I cure light wounds.
Okay. This would be heal. Choose a burnout or a fatigue, because healing magic always has some cost. And then give me a transmutation roll.
Okay. I want to take hit die damage instead of gaining burnout. Fuck it. I'm playing the big game.
It turns up into the same thing at the end.
Yeah,
so
you start with burnout, and then what? The burnout goes into
Gives you
the
an
hit point
extra
damage.
pool.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine then. You'll take a burnout. And then you need a transmutation roll, you said?
Mhm.
Cool. Nat 20.
Hey!
Nat 20.
Oh!
What's your
The goblin
what's your
glows with
willpower?
angelic might.
Is that the one at the top or the one down here?
The one at
He
the
looks
top.
clean
2.
for just half a second.
2? Yeah. Okay. Roll 3d6.
Just bathing in holy light.
Everything is white marble.
His burlap sack turns into like an actual white silk
Like-
robe for a split second.
A little halo and some wings.
Bell rings.
Beautiful. 7.
7. With that, your mind becomes foggy as this spell that you didn't even remember you had prepared with that gets cast. It also costs 2 of your morale as well. That will generate here in a little bit. We can easily say it's pretty much out of combat at this point. But with that, she stops shivering and shaking in your arms and the rest. You still supporting her. She still seems unconscious, though. But her body does still.
Hold on, learn special thing. Just forgot.
Don't let him do that.
Are you actually trying to do that?
I don't have any actions
The
left.
little circles. What are the little circles?
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins. Sweet.
You're gonna go up and smash some pumpkins?
Yeah, obviously. No,
Good
I'm
man.
gonna go around the pumpkin patch, closer to you.
Okay.
And I'll just use all of my movement and everything for it.
Okay.
I really
Keeping
just wanted
distance.
to make that joke.
Where'd our
Sorry.
150 from?
No, you're good. I liked it. Huh?
And you don't sneak, or do you try and be stealthy about it?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's try to be stealthy.
The world is a
Vampire.
vampire.
It's a perception roll. You roll
Which one's
the d6
stealth?
with it.
Dexterity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
just got
Yeah,
one
you
right
get the d6 and 10.
there. Yeah. So.
So,
And
9.
D6 because you're
Damn it.
proficient.
Oh,
28.
D6.
Do you have a talent?
Not for stealthiness.
Okay. Yeah, it would just be the plus.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
No.
7, 9. Yeah. Thank you for
You're not
being able
crunching
to
on
see.
everything. It's not like there's a couple of dirt little clobbles as you like.
Just like
move around.
hopping.
They're not
From-
actively perceiving.
Well, and it doesn't really.
He's actively perceiving.
Oh no.
I just made a roll for it.
Just made a
I
roll.
don't look at you.
Well, I don't care if you see me.
The dark
Whatever.
vision. Oh, okay. Well, so long as they're okay. How's the person out there?
Oh, she's doing great. I remembered something.
She okay?
I don't know. The
Super.
goblin touched her. I think she's better now.
You can. She's still breathing. It's actually a lot stronger than it was.
Do you need some light?
No.
It's getting late.
You're looking
I mean,
around.
I'm
You're
ready for
still
bed.
looking around.
I'm gonna bring the
Yeah,
sun
and
back.
I got a fucking 28
Bring
on
the
my
sun back.
perception.
That's ridiculous.
So really
That would've
quick,
been cool.
Like
where did your
turn
characters
back
go within
time.
the past couple of turns? Did you all approach around?
Oh no, I'm still providing
Okay.
Overwatch
What would you,
for everybody.
Would you just say?
I'm staying. I'm not leaving the barn. It's
I'm
dangerous
gonna
out there.
Bring her back
Okay.
to the
Before
barn.
that happens, since you're still looking around the barns, you see them get back up.
Oh,
Shoot!
I knew I should
oh
have
yeah.
shot.
So like, since at least like a turn has passed, like while healings were happening and everything, as they start to rise up, can I use a reaction to just shoot one of them as they're trying to stand up?
This will be a new initiative check, but you act in the surprise round.
Dope.
Got you in, boy.
Since it's
This is more or less, it's not really common sense. If you're close, you can do things off of perception or hearing things that are going on around you. Because basically, they just came from the ground full of arrows, and one of them hacked. They just slump up slowly.
Okay. Gross.
Okay.
since a turn has passed, can I move up some closer to the house? Yeah.
Yeah, I can say you make it out there.
Yeah, that works.
All right, Ian.
6.
22.
I'm unprepared.
20.
Ooh.
I was trying so hard to get that turn order, and you took it from me
20.
again.
20s.
Oh God.
What did you
I
add?
had 2.
I also had 2. Roll.
Do better than that.
Ooh.
Do better than that.
Nope. By 1.
It was close.
Okay.
I know.
9.
Welcome to top of turn order. What's up?
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx
Let's
it.
see.
How do you like the bottom? How does that taste?
About to say he's the DM.
I've got way more than enough buffing spells out on the field right now. I've taken points of burn.
You can
and
go take a
shit.
nap now.
Yeah.
Really.
Really, my job is done. There's only one person I can
Aw,
cast spells
I
on
don't
right
like
now.
that.
And you already gave me the spells I need. I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
I'll try to modify one of my
Let's
spells to help you out a little bit.
All he did was
Me
he's just
too.
like, you can see. And I'm like,
You've seen poop
that's
to flesh.
all I
Now
need.
prepare for flesh to poop.
You absolutely go first.
Dope. I'm gonna shoot the one that's like looking like it's about to be behind my elf friend, and wait, yeah, I do. Okay, so this is gonna be 11 plus 7, 18.
It hits.
Dope. And then for damage, 7.
You manage to shoot it directly in the head, and it falls over.
I'll shoot the next one.
Ain't gonna make it out of surprise round, bitch.
That's probably gonna hit. So that's gonna be a 21 plus 7, 28
That hits.
for
Don't stop.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
But then
This
I'm
one
gonna use
stays
my reaction and shoot it
Keep
again.
going. Shoot.
For I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit. That's gonna put me at a 22 plus 7, so a 29. And then damage. 2 more points of damage. And there goes my surprise round.
Okay. Yeah, you full of like arrows start flying in the rest. And you can actually easily hear behind you now the arrows hitting something.
She
behind
didn't even see them get up, but just arrows.
Right behind you. What the fuck? Speaking of which, that alerts you. It's now your turn.
I drop the bitch. Is that a reaction?
Kind of a free action.
A free action to
Well,
drop
how
the bitch?
do you do it gently, or do you just like? Is this like a?
Like a flinch and a.
Surprise? So how does surprise round works for this system?
The reason why she can act in the rest is because you alerted her. She was first. Because otherwise, if you didn't actually attack when you did, they would have totally went forward and actually you didn't. You would have had diminished defenses. In other words,
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to dodge, and it must more likely would have hit. Because it was going. It looks like it's about going to grab you, and you don't.
And all of a
Well, you
sudden
can pretty
it's
much assume what it's going to do after that.
Okay.
So surprise rounds for this system doesn't work
so it
like
doesn't
Pathfinder,
work.
where you get like
Your
the
turn stays
second-
the same. It reduces your defense.
Okay.
So your defenses become very much diminished. Because imagine like someone's unaware and someone's just like, oh, it's Ben right behind you.
Okay, for sure. Okay, I'm following. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I just drop her.
Yeah.
Reaction.
Hey, I just fixed that.
Falls in the
breaks.
Family Guy porn
And I pull out my axe again, and I go to swing at this dude's head.
Okay.
This called shot, is that like a 2 penalty or something?
That would be a talent.
Called shot is a talent.
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to do that then. I'm just going to swing. That's good. 19, 25, 27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Ten points of damage.
You kill it again. The same exact one.
Do I still have one more action? No, because it was a free action to drop her. I swung once.
Mhm.
So I could still swing technically 2 more times as long as I don't move?
Yeah. Well,
Excellent.
unfortunately, it drops another side of the fence. You'd be going like over.
I just fixed
but
that.
What about the other one?
It's dead.
No. That was the
So
that was
the
the
one-
girl. This
That's
is the
the
one.
woman.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the
These are
first
the
one that I
two.
shot. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
she-
both dropped over the fence?
Not over the fence. Well, on the other side, yeah, they flopped over. 'Cause
How
there's a
tall
fence
is the
along this
fence?
route. Waist high.
I make great fences.
It's waist high. It's made of cobble.
Okay.
Damn
It's more of a
straight.
railway.
So then I'm going to use my
Just
move to
leans
go
over.
over the fence.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my reaction to chop off its fucking head.
You do so. This one becomes decapitated. Its head just rolls off. I won't make you roll.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. End of initiative.
Decapitate the other one.
Can I detect magics to see if they
Double
had come
tap.
back from necromancy? In the
Uh,
fleeting moments of their flopping over?
Yes. Roll me. What sort of magics are you proficient in?
Most of them.
Okay.
All but
Try and
entropy, right?
detect which ones.
And
Which ones are you guessing? Is it
Well, we'll start with entropy,
entropy?
because it's necromancy. Maybe. Cool. I probably don't. There was a 6 on the die for 12 total.
You do feel like the essence of ending. It's very faint, but you do sense there's magic. Especially since you're in close proximity, it's a lot easier. Okay.
Cool.
You can actually your mind fades a little bit with a spell. You can use a little bit of morale, but you don't have to keep track of it. Not yet.
Not yet.
Any other actions? Because you decapitate.
Yeah, I want to take out the other one's head and then pick up the chick and start walking back towards the barn again.
Okay.
That's the plan.
I want to smell them.
Keep an eye on those things. That was freaky.
Like you
Give
say, it's
him
like
a
I'm still
good sniff.
full
Well,
draw,
it
just like
smells
staring at him.
like copper. It smells like blood. It smells like death.
But there's no like rot or anything.
Mm-mm.
They were
They
just
they
people.
were just freshly
Well,
slain people.
And they're not the family, right?
You do not recognize. Well, you have to get close for that.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna call up to the goblin. Is it the family? Jesus, I forgot.
Talking pumpkin? Is
Grandma?
Is it the family?
You look down. You can see that you don't recognize either of these people and the rest. They definitely don't belong to the family. They're clothed in just workmen's clothes over here. They look like farm helpers almost. And you can see this. This one was in a dress. You can see kind of like in just modest just clothing.
No, Jack, it wasn't the family.
But the woman is like one of the people that we've met, right?
You don't recognize her. You can see that, yeah, she has this brown hair. She seems rather younger. It's not the eldest, because the eldest she had like combat areas. Like she looked like she was an actual adventurer. There was just the 2 young kids, and other than that, you don't recognize this woman.
Oh.
I'm gonna
You
pick
can.
the pumpkin that's closest to the trail.
You do what?
I'm gonna pick the pumpkin closest to the gal where she fell.
Just climb over it,
Yeah.
over the fence.
Pop it right off the vine. Come on, Jack, you're gonna come sleep with me.
Goblins, I love it.
But they came from where the house was, right?
We have no idea where
No,
they
they
came
came, presumably from somewhere that way.
We should
Just
check
based
the
on where
house.
she is.
Right.
Yeah, we
You can,
should definitely check it.
As you look up in the distance from the manor, you can see all the lights are on, and you can see that stirring is going in on the house, because they're a lot farther away. I'd say that they're at least 1,000 yards, because this is a huge, big old farm area. But you can see that there's people awake in the house. You can see, especially you can see that there's actually smoke coming up from the chimney and everything else like that. They're definitely in there.
I'm gonna make my way towards the
Making
the
my way
house.
downtown.
Harry, don't leave me, please. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Guys, this is Jack.
And where do you take her?
He wants to know if this is
Just
the
towards
family.
barn?
I was going to, but if these guys are
Hello,
all coming
Jack.
this way, I'm gonna bring her with us. I'm not separating.
Okay. With that,
Just please don't separate. Please stay very close to me at all times.
Never split the party.
yeah.
I think we've lost one.
So the party. Well, what do you do with that
Nope.
pumpkin? You just like take.
I'm
it
fucking
over
taking
there?
him with, yeah, absolutely.
He just ripped it off.
Oh,
everything.
Okay, the pumpkin's like your size, right? Because like.
Yeah, so the plan is, when I inevitably find out that Jack is not a talking pumpkin, I'm gonna carve him into armor so that if I crunch down on myself, it just becomes a pumpkin.
Okay.
Life goals of the
So that wherever I go, I
do
can
you
just go.
join them, or do you like?
I'll follow. I'll be with them, but on the side.
Okay.
So I'll follow to the house, but still sneaky.
It's a party.
I like that we're just
Moose
leaving the dead. We're like, yeah, it's good.
Well,
I
I don't
took
think
the
they're
heads
getting
off.
back up again.
What are we supposed to do? Burn them?
I mean,
Maybe.
Not
we
next to
have
my
some magic
fence.
toys.
Hey, Ian, can you grab me a Coke? Thank you, sir.
Hey, Ian, can you also grab me a Coke?
Everybody asking me for these fucking names. One of these days, they're gonna
we could also take a
they're gonna
short
pay.
break.
They're gonna know the suffering.
It's actually
One of
won't
these
be
days,
too
they'll know
far
what it's
from
like
now.
to be on
Okay.
camera. Haha, I'm back. Nobody heard any of that.
No, definitely not.
Just
Thank
the
you so
viewers.
much, Ian. That's so kind of you.
Only the viewers. The secret is between you and Jeep.
I
It's
see.
our secret.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And whoever else watches the VOD.
That you approach the manor. It's about a 3-story little. It's a decent sized house.
Now
So
we're
it's
losing
not a
blue.
mess.
There's another blue somewhere around.
You got a orange.
Here.
We'll keep it the same.
Need to buy some
Don't
more
need-
markers soon.
Oh, yeah.
Don't buy them from Boardbox.
With that, they have a front porch and
Oh,
awning that
so
basically goes
expensive.
over.
I just get them off Amazon.
That's a good call.
They were like, you need these
They ship them
specific
for
ones
free.
for our
Yeah.
map.
That's exactly what they said, and I was like, okay. And I bought 3 of them for like $5 each.
Oh my god.
Fuck. That's like, I was looking at their like sculpting tools and stuff, or like, and like their paintbrushes. I was like, or you could just go to Michael's and pay,
Yeah.
you know, dirt cheap.
Love the hell out of Boardbox.
40%
Only
coupon.
buy the games.
It's just wet erase markers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all this man takes.
Can we roll perception.
Do you want me to
as we
add that
walk
to our
up,
office
just so I
supply
can
list
be
that we have?
Yes.
aware of everything?
I got you,
Yes,
homie.
you do that because you have big bonuses.
Oh yeah, I sure do. So that's gonna be a
Oh, they're already on there.
22.
22.
Yeah.
You're able to see as you guys approach. You're carrying the lady. You're carrying your pumpkin and everything else like that.
Fuck yeah, I
You're using
am.
the side of the field and
Jack is a
everyone's
vital part of
moving
the
up
party
generally in
now.
this area. You can see that some of the family members are like peeking through the windows. And as you approach, they start like coming out. You can see the grandma has a staff. You can see the old man, of course, has his
Cleric,
rifle
told
and the
you.
rest.
Cleric told you.
You
Hey,
can
me too,
see
kinda.
that Evan the farmer, he
Yeah.
has this, looks like
Sort
just
of.
an axe.
I have mostly cleric spells
You can see
prepared.
Taggart, the little farm dwarf helper.
Oh.
They're the dark
And
ones.
you actually
but-
can see the eldest daughter there with a bow. And they'll come out to greet you.
Yo,
You can
same
see
hat.
that they're all
I can buff that.
they're all kind of at ease as you guys approach and the rest. They seem to be just ready to greet you.
Be on alert. The dead are rising.
Old tribe leader, you're alive.
Dead are rising. With that says, Evan, he walks forward and the rest. What about her?
We have one injured, and I'll help my elf friend.
Are you insulting my magics? I fixed her.
And then she was dropped.
You can see his like
Right, she's unconscious and we need some help.
you can see his eyes darken and kind of looks back. You can see everyone's just kind of like waiting on him to make a decision. But
It's too much for a skillet.
There's nothing we can do for
Shoot
her.
her.
Take her
Skillets
head.
with fire.
I need to make sure to go to the moor with her and the rest. Tana, Trent, you're with me and the rest. Hurry, take care of the house and everything else like that. Taggart, stay with these adventures in the barn for the night.
I don't know, where are you going with this chick?
With that, he actually is like, I need to go fetch my horses and my wagon and
kinda
the rest.
sus.
She needs care.
He said he's taking her to town.
Yeah, there's a doctor in the rest. So, but there's dead rising, you said.
Yes, I filled them with arrows, and then they got up again.
Very well.
Their heads were removed.
They
so
were
hopefully-
undead?
Well,
I didn't see any of that.
they,
From behind the barn door.
they might not have been, but after I shot them with arrows, they certainly came back. So I believe that would classify as undead, yes.
I definitely
Trent,
detected magic.
Murray, could you go with them? Show them. He actually kind of looks over the edge towards the fields. Those bodies over there. They're like, yeah,
Why, yes, they're the undead. My companion here took off their heads.
They kind of like morbidly kind of like look, verify what they're saying. Go get a wagon and the rest. I'll take her. And he basically leads, picks her up, and with that he goes and gets a wagon. You can see both the grandparents look solemnly after.
But I want to go with him.
Oh, Evan the farmer.
Yeah, wherever he's taking the girl.
You want to go to the doctor?
To town.
Fine then.
I need some
Then,
new shoes. Let's go to town.
With that, you both, he heads straight exactly to the horse stable, and with that, just gets a wagon and gets ready to go. Meanwhile, I see Marie and Trent kind of like looking down. Let's see these poor souls. The rest of you say that's undeath. I detect no lies in the rest. She seems to be like looking around and actually like, yeah. Do you have any detect magics going on?
Yes. I got my detect magic. I'll perk it up once we start talking about that.
You also get a sense too. There's magic crawling all over her and the rest.
Is it tasty? Do I taste it?
Goblins have poor taste. Anything tastes good to a
I
goblin.
told you, cleric. Grandma cleric. It does bug me one bit.
With that, they go over away from the manor. You guys go investigate the bodies, and with that, they kind of look down and. You sure these are undead? Says Marie.
Well, I filled them with arrows, and they dropped, and then they stood back up, and I filled them with more arrows.
We should burn them just to be sure.
As you can see. With
Weren't you yelling about
7
like they're
arrows
trying to
sticking
bite
out of
her
them.
as well?
Indeed.
Bites?
Yes.
There's a strange magic about them that I can't pick up on. I know that is for certain. I do not recognize any of these. Trent, my dear, do you recognize any of these? And with that, he looks at them. Never seen them.
I've got my detect magic going on. Can I maybe focus down the school?
Mm-hmm. Which school are you believing?
Can I not just?
Oh yeah, no, I actually
Yeah, I've got all.
proficient in all. Yeah.
And I've got my, of course, detect magic.
Yep.
Fully fleshed out spell. 20 total
20.
for a general check.
It's a combination between transmutation and entropy.
There's transmutation and entropy magics going on with this. So it could very well be necromancy.
Oh, I love playing with
With
dead
some
things.
Physical enhancements.
Mm.
They're gonna mark me as the bad guy.
Still,
Oh, for sure.
what if
It was the cow.
she stops? I think it might be dangerous for us to stay out here for tonight. Taggart, he motions towards the little dwarf. See these guests to the barn? You should stay there for the night.
That's where my
We
hidden
should all
blanket is,
reconvene in the
that's why I'm
morning,
looking.
and then we can dig graves, unfortunately, dear so.
Well, it might be safer for us all in the house. We could help protect you.
She kind of gives you like a little smile. It isn't necessary, my dear.
Ooh, Granny
I'd like to roll for
strapped.
sense motive.
Hmm?
Can I roll for sense motive?
Mm-hmm.
I trust Granny CEO.
Motherfucker.
Not good.
No!
You don't know if she's trying to be intimidating or anything else like that. You can't glean any information.
She's $150 with you.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Well, good night, everybody. I put my super cozy nightcap back on, and I head right back to the barn.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And with that, you ride off with Evan the farmer, with
Do you need that
poor lady
comfort
in the
spell
back.
as well, since you got that extra point of burn?
And
I'll give that to you.
Taggart walks up to you and looks up at the pumpkin.
Jack. He
No,
spoke
food.
to me. He spoke to me. He's a person.
Pumpkins don't
We're
speak.
people.
Pumpkins don't speak. And by the way, just an plug, that's not even ready for harvest.
Please, I need him.
For tonight, fine.
That was a close call, Jack.
It's not like it can replant into the ground.
it's not like it's useful to you now.
Yeah.
With the amount of magics we have, we could.
This dude just shoveled shit for you for an entire day with his bare hands. You owe him a pumpkin.
Okay, but in hindsight, they didn't make him
Oh, no.
do it with his bare
They had
hands.
all the tools available. In fact, I had to recast spells because he refused to use the proper tools. But
Yeah,
he still
so-
did it with his bare hands.
It's easier with your hands.
It's absolutely not true.
And with that, you guys go back into the barn and rest up. We can now do into the hit dice for next session, and we'll do that. So let's do the hit dice damage. So what's your fatigue and burnout?
No fatigue, 3 burnout.
Okay, and you have your hit dice at max, so you just take 3
So I
points
take
of hit dice.
3
damage.
off. And it goes all onto
And
one of
this-
my dice?
Onto one of your dice, yes.
Okay.
And since there was accommodating, it's comfortable, it's nice and cozy, you may re-roll it 4 times.
I only take 2 because I got the
Oh yeah, because
the endurance
yep.
for it. So that goes down to 6, and I've got 4 rolls.
Yep, because you did 1 by default,
Yeah.
1 because of good meal, really comfortable, and also it's a really just nice environment.
In my
It's not
environmental buff.
freezing. Yeah.
Yeah, my warmth.
Okay, and so for your hit dice, what is your fatigue and burnout?
So I have 1 fatigue and 1 burnout. However, I also have
Got a cozy.
I got the spell from him, so that takes away 1 of them.
That doesn't take
Yeah,
away
so- well,
one.
no,
That gives
yeah.
you a dice to roll.
Yeah, so in other words, so how this works is that you have 2 d8s right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So that
So this
will be
turns
down
into
to
a 6.
Yeah.
And you have 4 chances to get 6 or greater because of the
Okay.
magics.
6. And
I have
then
1 fatigue and 1 damage to morale, but that should have gone away, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just morale.
Okay.
was it 8 on the
1
first roll?
fatigue.
Yeah, you're perfectly recovered. You're max health. Next day is
And-
spick and span.
And that takes that roll will
On the
then
last
take
die.
away that fatigue and that.
Well, whenever you rest, yeah, you're just trading. You're doing straight hit type damage. You're
The,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
the fatigue
okay.
transfers to the hit die damage.
Following.
I also got an 8 on one of my rolls.
And
The last
okay, so you only took 1 point. And did you accept the spells and everything else like that?
No, I probably wouldn't have because I had already gone
3.
3 chances.
To
Being
get
in
9
the
or
cart,
better.
traveling to the doctor's
Oh
office.
shoot! Actually, you don't rest.
So I'm
So yeah,
Oof.
you
It just
keep your
stays
burnout
as
and your
burnout
fatigue
for
or
now.
anything else.
I just have the 1 fatigue.
Actually, since you're staying up, it's going to be a late night. It's going to be about half a night, riding to the town, instantly dropping off the alchemist, and with that he rides back with you. You would take, where's the quick sheet for if you're up for half a night? I think it's 2 burnout. Here you go.
I do not have the quick sheet.
My phone died. I'm sorry.
I could look at my phone, but I know you guys printed it off, so I'm going to be a little lazy. Yeah, it's 2 burnout, additionally,
Okay.
for staying up half a night.
That goes under morale.
Does the quick sheet have recovering all this shit on it as well?
Just whenever you do a long rest, it resets. It straight turns into hit dice damage. So now you can take your long rest.
I got to prepare
So
some
it would be
different
what?
spells.
So you would be down to a 10 and a 5,
Yes.
and you would get 3 rerolls.
Okay. So we're going under the assumption that I rode out there, dropped off the doctor, and then came back already, right?
Yeah. Or do you stay up for the rest of the night without resting, or?
I just want to have a 10 or 15-minute conversation with the alchemist and potentially purchase some local herbs.
Well,
Local
as soon as you
godsend.
it's kind of like a rush
No.
thing. They go in, they actually put the lady on the table and everything else like that, and she instantly starts casting magics and everything else like that.
So she's too busy.
Well, that she actually kind of stops and
It's after
you can
store
see it's
hours.
just a blonde gal, young. She's actually a half elf, and she would be like, "I'm afraid this is hardly the time. See me in the morning, afternoon,
I said
sometime, not now."
Okay.
Daylight hours!
I was woken up.
9 to 5.
I don't know what's going on, and Sarah is currently passing out. I don't even know why.
I rolled to full again.
Okay, then yeah, you fully
Listen, the
recover.
store is closed. I can't open the cash register after hours.
It's on a timer. Like, listen.
And then those go away, right? Or do you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
because whenever you
so-
take a long rest, it just completely resets.
Okay.
Yeah, it resets, and any fatigue and burnout
So you
then
sleep
goes
in.
to your that goes to your hit die.
I've got 1 fatigue and 2 morale, and I got a
Cure
cozy
your hit die,
for me
so
in
your-
there.
4 rerolls to do your damage, do your rolls.
Nothing. I've
Oh,
done
yeah,
nothing.
You had a really
I've
relaxing
just
day.
been sneaking.
You've been well fed. You didn't stay up late.
Hung out with some sheep.
Yeah, hung out
you
with
got
some
the
sheep.
Show yourself in
little
combat.
firearm experience.
Went through the pumpkin patch, you know.
Does she get any kind of bonus for that? Like
It does.
-1 fatigue for
Well rested bonus.
Max health, because you're already as healthy as you really can be.
Yeah.
Because usually that's when you're trying to recover. If you
Yeah, because
Rest
if you didn't
days
recover
are-
to full the next day, if you don't have any burnout, you still get those like 4 dice or whatever to roll for more, and that's what that would be.
I mean, I should probably take a fatigue because I don't think Vex would go to sleep that night. So
oh, so it would be a burnout because you're just like
I'm just like sitting outside the barn, like
2 points.
where those
okay.
bitches.
Then you would have the couple of re-rolls and do the calculations. So
Okay,
So you want
Is
to
that
explain?
half night or alt night?
all the night.
In the next, yeah. So in other words, there's no re-rolls. You just wake up in the morning with 4
Just
points.
exist in the morning.
Yeah, 4 points of burnout because
Okay.
you're exhausted.
Great.
So
I'm down to be
explain to me the
exhausted.
rolling, right? So I have 3 that I have to take care of. How do I take care of those via the rerolls?
So how much damage did you take?
1 stamina, 2 burnout.
So 3
So
total.
you're at a 6 right now.
Okay.
So roll this. Reroll. It's a free one.
You roll until you get
6 or
it
above.
or better.
There you go.
All right.
And you can keep that or you can scrap it. Go for the 8.
7's pretty good.
Well, you keep it, then you start rolling the next die, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, yeah, that's how it works. So
Okay.
yep, roll up.
So put that one to a 7, and then.
Well, you don't need to reroll your 8. Your 8's max.
Okay.
So are the 2 hit die meant to be like first separately for the fatigue and the burnout?
No. that's
No,
just
because
how
it
you hit that.
combines and does
Okay.
damage together. So, for instance, let's say you took 9 points of hit dice damage. You had like 5 fatigue. You had 4 mental drain. You would be down 2, so it'd be
A 1, and then it goes to the next
6.
die.
Yeah, 1 and a 6. And so this is what your total health would look like. And now you're going to your rerolls, and you have to decide and how to allocate.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
okay.
if you had 4 rerolls, you could reroll this as many times as you could. Whenever you do a rest without any other different factors, it's just you get 1 roll. So 1 is always better.
You don't have to worry about no different factors with me, though, friend. I'll enchant the shit out of everything. You're gonna sleep well.
Yeah, you guys are going to be max health, which is going to help.
Dope.
so
glad I
stayed up over.
I mean, you're still max health until you go to sleep.
Until you go
Yeah,
to sleep.
until you go to sleep.
Don't.
By the way,
And then the sheep are just so soft.
yeah, I would not recommend getting
not
0 or negative, because if you start like rolling those, you can actually get like some, especially the mental. If you don't sleep for a while, you might get like some sort of phobia or derangement, because basically you start seeing things, minor hallucinations. Like, well, imagine you're sleep deprived for like 4 or 5 days.
Then the sheep
You're not
talk
gonna
to
be.
you.
When the sheep start talking to you, then you should be concerned.
You start hearing Jack too.
Okay, and that should be that. I'll call it end of session right here.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. I know that it was confusing and unsteady, but it's a new system.
It's fun.
It's a
It's
whole new
process.
system.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's new and it's made for this system. As you can see, you can do a lot of damage too, but as you
Wouldn't
guys
know.
might suspect,
I'll build an enchantment for you next time.
Dope.
the enemies will differ and change
Also-
and do strange things.
Yeah.
I also got to redo my spell list, I think, because Ian has a bajillion spells and I have 6.
Chris and I sat
No.
down for like an hour
Yeah.
building spells specifically.
You
for
can
my
your spell
list.
book can technically be as many spells as you want. You only can have 6 that you currently have memorized.
Gotcha.
So like imagine you're a wizard, you sit down in the morning, you have
Yeah.
an entire spell book, you choose 6,
I
and
also
then
put,
you
like,
just basically that's
everything
what
into my
you cast
mentals.
out.
I have 12 that I can keep memorized in a day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like
And I've switched them around a couple of times doing restudying through these hours and stuff.
Does your proficiency bonus apply to your memorized spells?
Proficiency bonus?
no.
No.
I didn't
not
think so.
not for the memorized.
But
your
when
willpower
but when
times
you roll
3.
to memorize the spells, if you have like the talents and your proficiency bonuses, those do apply.
Gotcha.
But
I'm gonna
But-
get talents that make me shoot more.
actually, one of the
I'm gonna
ranged
plink
talents that I was
18
kind
arrows
of like
around.
toying with is basically you would spend a morale point to increase your damage by 2. So basically, kind of like what is it, deadly aim?
Yeah, like a deadly. Well, deadly aim add intelligence to damage rolls.
Yeah.
Or no, it's focus shot. Sorry, deadly aim is the power attack one where you take the
What,
bonuses to attack
something
rolls
something
for
aligned
bonuses
like
to
that,
damage.
because I still have to flesh out those talents a bit more. So I didn't give us like level 3 or anything ridiculous. But your characters can still definitely be very purposeful and can do a lot of things in the world, and that's kind of the intention. You're really great at like defending, killing shit, and especially at range. That's the most important part.
Exactly. Just don't get close to me. Don't touch me.
Ew, 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 ew. Don't touch me.
The spells are being absolutely excellent, and plus also you do a crap ton of damage, which is perfect. I expected that because melee, you're in the tough of it. It's dangerous, dirty, and quick.
One of the 2 spells you tried to cast wasn't literally turning feces into a living being. Your spells probably would have hit a little harder on the head too.
It could have been a dead being. I was accepting the dead rat.
Yeah, for that lightning thing, I was thinking something like 3d6 points of damage. If you would of course, had the opportunity to
Yeah.
cast
3d6
it.
is a line time. Yeah, that's not a crazy mana cost. You could have done that.
Yeah. I'll have to sit back one day and really read into the magics, I think.
It's a main thing just between you and me and the rest, because you basically propose a spell, we build it together. That's what this quick sheet's for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You did not take the
Next week
sheet.
will be something for the playtest, but we don't know yet. We'll let you know when we know. Have a good night, everybody.
Woo.